Ready, my boy? In this bitch again. We're back. It's been a while, bro. But all for particular reasons. Hey, turn that down a little bit.
It's
that
hella
TV?
loud.
Yeah, I
Hella
can hear it.
loud.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah, bro. Shit. It's
I
been a
mean,
long time since we've
by
talked to
the
you
time
guys.
you
But
hear this,
Jesus
it may be
Christ.
February.
Nah, it won't be. But it's obviously a lot of stuff has happened. If you guys are,
Maybe.
shout out to everybody that's been rocking with the whole putting people on game movement. Everybody that's been
Man,
tapped
shout
in.
out to you if you PPOG, man. You know what it is, man. If you PPOG, man, shout out to you, man.
And I say it because on the last couple episodes, I was talking about loss in my family and things of that nature, saying motivative things and things that were kind of, I guess, inquisitive, just about God and things of that nature. We all know, I've listened to a lot of podcasts, I watched a lot of news. Definitely RIP to Kobe Bryant
Man.
and his daughter and the other families as well. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna
all
just
9 people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
all
just
9 people.
I don't want to be the constant reminder of like what happened, because if you guys have been tapped in and you part of the movement, you guys know what I've been going through. So I mean that's all I gotta say. I'm not about to give a speech about everything that happened, because I've done it already. You know what I mean? Like I've been going through it this year, and I mean shit. Shout out to everybody that like hit me up personally in regards to the things I've been going through. But the Kobe Bryant thing messed me up because just like when Nipsey Hussle passed away, bro. Like I was coming home from Louisiana from a funeral, and that's when I got the news. The same exact thing happened this time around. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I damn near was like in Longview. You know what I'm saying? Like on the way back home.
Man.
So it's just crazy and surreal, and I still like it's kind of hard to like swallow because it's like I don't know. But when he was a rookie, I was probably like 13 years old. You know what I mean? Like he's like exactly 5 years older than me.
Hey, man, I had the rookie jersey, bro, so it's like I can't even like wrap my head around it, bro, because like it's one thing, like I've been around, bro, and we've lost athletes in the sport, but to lose arguably one of the best players to ever play the sport, like I know a lot of people, bro, like they play basketball because of Kobe, bro. Like a lot of Laker
course.
arguments.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, like before LeBron came, it was like a lot of Lakers championship, like that whole dynasty thing was going on, man. Like that was Kobe. So it's like that was pretty much around our whole lifetime, man.
Yeah, like definitely them times where our frontal lobe is forming in our brain, and like we're like kind of becoming
Like the Lakers, like Kobe,
like, yeah,
like it's a
fuck with
household
this.
name, bro.
Yeah.
Like I mean, your grandmama knows Kobe Bryant. Like everybody knows Kobe Bryant. The kids know Kobe Bryant. Like he's Kobe. So it's like
I mean the kids that are like 10 years old and
everybody knows Kobe, bro.
Yeah, it's insane. It's hard to believe, and I feel for his wife, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna give a whole
his sister, like everybody, bro, because it's like I don't know, man. He was doing a lot, man. Like just I'm seeing news stories and stuff every day, but I already knew he was like actively moving. Like we do a podcast, but I'm always listening to podcasts. So I've heard a lot of like post Kobe
with him
talk.
featured
And it's
on
like
it.
with me being like a Maverick fan, it was always tough for me to like really like fan Kobe. But it was like initially out the gate in '96. I was fucking with Kobe, bro. Like the whole Lakers situation, Shaq, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. So it was like,
oh man, I forgot about Van Exel.
Yeah, bro.
I don't
so
know
it's
how
like,
I did, but yeah.
I mean, in '96, I was a kid, bro. So like watching basketball
super tapped in.
It was Kobe,
you
bro.
had no
like,
job. Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't nobody like we didn't have nobody like
Melo. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that was later on, bro. Like LeBron and Melo was like later on, bro. Like Kobe was
Facts.
Sunday. You trying to watch Kobe, bro? Like Lakers, Kings, like trying to watch Kobe, bro. So it's like to know that like we're not gonna see old man Kobe walking around doing like stuff around basketball and telling stories and talking trash about how LeBron you was never better than all that stuff that I thought that would happen.
I really don't want to stick on this because I did a lot of crying, bro. Like over the past.
We all did, bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure we all did, bro. Because if you love the game of basketball, like you love Kobe, and you definitely don't want to see Kobe to go out like in a tragedy, even like with his young daughter and like that whole
The way it
situation.
just, obviously everybody's got to die. You know what I'm saying? And it's something I've talked about a billion times, unfortunately, on this podcast, just because of things that happen in the city, things that happen just period, like in my family and shit like that. But you just don't think that a person would go out like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
Nah, I
like,
mean, like
what the
initially when I
fuck,
got the news, of course it was on the internet everywhere, so like I seen it like everybody else, but like before it like hit, you couldn't have told me that it was real. So it's like,
Nah, it's still just looking at the images and like it doesn't even it's all surreal, to be honest with you. I feel bad. The whole situation is sad, but what's really sad is I even said this before in the podcast. Like you work, and you get to retire, and it's kind of like like when you're an NBA player, an athlete, period, you can retire at like 40, 38, whatever the case may be. He was only retired for 4 years, so just those 4 years, he
I
was
guess the
able to.
weirdest thing with me with that is like he didn't go to college, so it's like those were 4 years post career, and like you see what he did in those 4 years. It's like I think that was the most craziest for me, for him to go from high school to the pros in the next 4 years of his life to have like what was it, the Oscar?
Right. I think he got a Tony too. I'm
Yeah,
like
it's
fact
just
checking.
like,
I know he got two of those.
but I mean, just
EGOT
like all
awards
of
or something
the
like that.
moves he was making, not even like those particular projects, but just like all of the moves he was doing, and like I guess the biggest thing of all was what I was able to see him, like I guess give to other kids and other people that love the game of basketball, and I mean even like seeing like somebody that I know like Gilbert Arenas,
Oh yeah, I saw what he
bring
did.
up the whole like he's about to start coaching because Kobe wanted him to coach. Because I mean that's what Kobe was doing. So it's like,
I mean, it's
I don't
one
know.
thing, bro. It's one thing to like retire and it's like I'm gonna spend time playing golf or whatever. But he did like the polar opposite. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get my kids a podcast." You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
So
mean,
his
he's an
kids,
ultimate competitor. So it's like, and for him, there was no like just kicking my feet up.
right?
Like it was like, no, I'm about to put this same effort into other things.
Well, that's the same mentality. That's why I mean, not to like be like, oh, that's why, but
Mamba
I have
mentality.
that same mentality, bro. Like just I had it even subconsciously. I didn't even know, like like I'm trying to buy back time, bro. That's why I do the things that I do. You know what I mean? So I don't have to be busting my ass and whatnot. But it's that shit is super sad, bro. You're not messing with this?
Oh, both of them are hard, bro. But like, once you told me that you ain't ate, I was like, nigga,
I'm good. I
I
got
just
plenty of
ate.
snacks, bro. Go ahead,
I just
holler or
ate.
whatever. But I don't know. It's hard to take in. I know you guys have probably heard things of this nature on if you tapped in the podcast, obviously you're listening to this and you probably listen to other ones. I know you've heard this over and over and over, and I'm not trying to make this a Debbie Downer situation, but the reality is like, we all gotta pass away. Just make sure, you know, you use I'll put it like this. I went to a funeral over the weekend, you know what I mean? And I came back to hear this.
The day before Sunday.
Exactly. I went to a funeral on Saturday. To like my uncle, he died when he was 54. So you know what I mean? Like a lot of uplifting things were said. Like it's like, yeah, we out here just renting life, man. Like you are here to serve your purpose, give your offering to the world, and then you're gonna be taken back home. You know what I mean? And that's what I subscribe to, honestly. I mean, I crack a lot of jokes and stuff like that. I know I did in the last episode, but that's what I subscribe to. So it's very important that I leave an indelible mark on the world. Like that's really what I'm trying to do. Whether I motivate one person, two people, whatever the case may be. And I mean, it's sad, because I mean everybody's got to go, and it's sad how Kobe went out, but he definitely left like an indelible mark on a ton of people.
Forever.
I mean, like they talking about changing the logo, like it's not even like, oh wow, I knew. It's not even like I don't
He
even
was
think about.
41 too.
I don't
I
even
guess
think
that's
about.
another thing is like he was 41.
Yeah, so
I guess that's really probably the most encapsulating thing about all of this is that he was a 41-year-old legend.
right. Yeah.
That's in a lot of people's hearts and will forever be remembered, bro.
I mean, he even on Earth, he accomplished a ton, and do you think if he passed away at 81, it'd be any difference?
Well, I mean, see, that's the thing because I think he would be
But
even greater.
obviously,
In my head, I think he would be even
he would be
greater.
able to
But it's just
accomplish
like
more, right?
I feel like once a legend, always a legend. So it's like he was only like adding to the legend. We
It's,
wanted to see him add to the legend, but I mean that's who Kobe was. We wanted to see Kobe past Jordan. That's what people were saying. So that's the thing is like you always rooted for Kobe, even though there's a lot of people that didn't root for Kobe, bro. So it's like it's a weird situation because it's like it's always competitive sport,
right.
but it's like at the end of the day, like we all love the sport, man. So you all love Kobe, no matter whether he was on your team or not, or he was your favorite player, or you know what I mean? Because he hurt a lot of people's hearts, bro. Hurt a lot of people's hearts. So like they knew who Kobe was, no matter where you stood on the spectrum. You definitely was a fan of him, no matter what.
It's crazy, bro. Like I said, it's still a lot to take in, man. I mean, he only bought the chopper to you know
Yeah, I mean, like
get past
when you
traffic and be
get
back
the
with the family.
reading.
So it's
Well, I mean,
like,
I had
damn,
already seen a lot of that stuff, and I mean, it's normal. Like we've talked about on this podcast. I mean, the way traffic is set up with the
we've talked
freeways and
about
everything.
we've talked
Like,
about helicopters and stuff like that. We've talked about this before.
yeah, I mean, the way it's set up out here, bro. Like, it would easily be greater for you to do the 15-minute thing instead of doing the 45-hour. Easy, anybody's gonna take that. But it's like,
I don't know. It's crazy, bro. All I can say is,
and even deeper, how like they would like I don't know how true the story is, but they would never like fly together. Like as
what
parents,
him and his daughter or what?
no, his parents, like him and Vanessa, like if something were to happen,
Oh, got you.
because they always felt the way about that. So it's
You
like,
might be looking at conspiracy websites or something like that, bro.
nah, it's
I mean, it might be out there, bro. I have no clue. All I know is I came back home. I left on some bullshit, and I came back home to some more bullshit.
in
And I'm
case
just
of an
like,
emergency.
yeah, I just came back home to some more bullshit. I'm like, damn, again. And it's just, and then just the state of like the world, bro, and like the city we live in. I'm just like, man, what the just shit is crazy, bro. So like, I meet so many people with so much potential, bro. And it's like, yo, if I had those skills or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I could sing like this person, or whatever, but they just sitting here smoking weed all day, you know what I'm saying? I would be out of here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just want people to like really know, like, fucking tomorrow is not promised, bro. Like, this is like a harsh reality check. We've been getting a lot of them through the course of time, but like this one right here was definitely unexpected. It blindsided a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I don't think it was something that it was just something that you heard. Like it definitely touched you, whoever you was.
for sure.
I think that was probably like the biggest thing.
My thing is, I just think I want people to just reflect, like, on what they're doing, basically. Like,
I don't think there was anybody that was affected by this that didn't have that moment. I feel like anybody that knew Kobe Bryant and know that he's no longer here anymore, that was a state and time throughout this duration of these few days where you just definitely thought about that.
you're a real positive person, because there's really people that have the best voice ever, or they can do this thing or that thing, and they're not maximizing their gift. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
God
but
given
it's
gift.
like at the end of the day, I feel like if they were really serious about anything that they were ever trying to do in their lifetime, if they felt any way about Kobe Bryant and what basketball is and what he was to the game, there's a small chance, I believe, that they'll think a little bit harder about that. Now, what the actions that they do after that is totally on them. But like the thought, I feel like definitely arises.
Say, man, you know the saying, the goody mob said it best, get up, get out, and get something. I'm just trying to encourage people, because,
Man,
like this, I might not be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen, bro. Like, if you go to the first episode, to episode 57, which is this one, you will hear about the numerous deaths that I've had in my own family that blindsided me. And I've always, it's actually gotten a little bit, I've tightened up, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm definitely trying to like live my life Like, okay, like what are we doing? Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to set the bar higher and just trying to do things that make me happy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
If that
all you
makes
can do,
sense.
man. That's all we can
At
do.
least if I'm gone, they'll be like, that nigga was doing what he wanted to do.
But that,
And you
but see,
know,
that's the thing is like, that's what Kobe was doing. Like he was literally like trying to take his daughter to his game that he was
right.
about to coach at.
So what I'm saying
So
is
it's like,
there's gifted people right now that just aren't even they're not even acting in a gift. You know what I'm saying? It fucking breaks my heart, bro. So I just want this to be a reality check to people. You know what I mean? Because like this is
what do you want to
everybody's.
tell them?
This is everybody's. This is the end. Like this is the ending, bro. Like you were in and out. Like literally, like you.
They listening right now. What do you want to tell them?
That is it, bro. Like you are here to serve your purpose. Whether it's I'm the best cook in the world, I'm the best janitor in the world. What you need to do, what you got to do. You know, there's people that aren't really maximizing their gifts, and I just want to let you know, like you can do it. Like literally, like tomorrow's not promised. You need to get on something, whether it's going back to school.
So basically, you're
Even
saying
like
right now, if you're listening to this right now, you probably shouldn't take that now, but go to sleep
yeah,
without
I'll do it tomorrow.
getting on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely get on that.
it's not about like, hey, let's do that
Like
tomorrow.
not now, but right now.
I can't even study. Like I didn't necessarily want the podcast today, but it's like, yo, I want to get this shit out here because I can't be like, yo, let's do this shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to get this shit out there because we got other shit we working on. So it's important to me to like really be a self starter, and I want everybody to like really be a self starter. Don't wait for somebody to motivate you, bro, because that shit right there will fuck you up because you do not know what the next course may be, bro. Like it, it ain't always promised, bro. I say all that just to say, man, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, his daughter.
Mamba mentality, Mamba for life, forever, man.
The other remaining 7 people, I'm not gonna go through the names
There's no
because
way I'm not gonna do that. But I mean, we're talking about a
I just
baseball
I don't
coach. We're
want
talking
to.
about an assistant on the team. We're talking about teammates,
They
like
were all
moms and
and they were all like
dads,
family members. So it was like two.
and
It was
the
a total.
pilot.
There's basically 3 different families in the pilot. So it's
And that was
like
another thing
it's
that
really
a lot of
sad.
people
But
saying, because it's always like,
what? I'm listening.
you know how every time you hear about something, somebody's always got something to say, like who was the pilot? Maybe there was negligence or whatever the situation was. But like, no, like Kobe literally wanted that particular pilot and that helicopter at any time he flew.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the first one to jump to a conspiracy or this thing or that thing. This is probably the first time This is probably the first time I did not do that.
Well, I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
initially when I heard who it was and what had happened, it was no way for it to be a conspiracy.
Too valuable of a person to lose.
Well, I mean, like
You know what I mean?
when they say helicopter crash, it's like nobody's gonna do that. So it's like I knew initially I was like, oh man, this is real, because it's not like he was killed or something. Like it was more of a freak accident.
Yeah,
where it's
exactly.
Like that would have to. For whatever reason, when I initially heard it, I was like, wow, that's probably the only way I can see something like that happening, because like I feel like everybody loved Kobe too much, and Kobe wasn't sick, so it's like unless it was like an accident of some sort, I felt like we weren't going to lose Kobe at all.
Right, exactly.
So when I initially found out, I was like, nah, this is gotta be real. So I started immediately checking all of the credible sources, and it was